Six women, one goal. Extreme Huntress.
Why do you hunt?
Well, I hunt because a few years ago I had to take a serious look at my life and the things that I was doing in my life. And as a vegetarian, the choices I had made were not ethical in my food consumption.
I hunt, well, because I've been raised in the outfitting business. I've kind of been exposed to it from a very young age. I was born hunting season, so I mean, I've been there the whole time.
So Erica, why do you hunt?
Oh, he sprung that on me really quick.
As a hunter, you know, I'm responsible for going to my local mountains and getting my own food with a low carbon footprint. It's organic, it's herbicide, pesticide, hormone free.
I'm from Elkford, British Columbia, and in my town, the majority of the town hunts. I grew up around hunting from a small age, going with my father. Elk hunting, moose hunting, spending nights in cabins.
Later in life, after I married, I was diagnosed with cancer, twice actually. It really screwed me up in the head because my main thing was I was starting to think so much on, you know, was I going to make it to see my kids graduate kindergarten? Was I going to see them get married, go to school, things like that.
That's what brought me to hunting. But as I became a hunter, I learned a lot about hunting and about wildlife conservation. I also learned a lot about the fact that hunters pay for our green spaces. Because of that, I sort of feel a big responsibility to continue to look at my life and the choices that I'm making in my life and to make sure that I am making the choices that are the best for me.
I am a strong believer in conservation. We don't have to try to save all the animals, but we have to maintain the herd population that the habitat can control.
Going hunting was my way to kind of forget about all that. I was able to be out there, I could clear my mind and just be totally happy, and that was a huge thing for me at that time in my life, and that's how I really connected more. And it was the reason why, of course, I continued hunting is because I do have 3 small kids, and hunting teaches a lot of life lessons, patience, conservation, things like that, you know, to be able to supply food for your family without going to the grocery store. I really want to be able to teach my kids, you know, to be able to self-sustain and take care of themselves.
Every time I go out hunting, I learn a little more about myself. Whether it's my stalking, my stamina, self-control as to how hard I can push myself or hold myself back sometimes. I come out a new person every adventure I get out and hunt.
I'm a role model for so many women out there, and I want to teach people that no matter what crap you've been through in life, no matter if you've had cancer, beat cancer, divorced, I'm divorced, you know, have family, divorce, girl, boy, whatever you are, you can still get out there and do it and have fun. And I mean, so that to me is, it's just that release that keeps me going.
Some people say that you can go hunting and just use a camera. I don't believe that that's true, because the finality of the hunt is what teaches us the best lesson of all. It teaches us how to respect our meat. You can't just go to a grocery store and find out how the meat came to your table. Hunting is great for physical activity, and it's a great healthy lifestyle, and I would love to take anybody out with me to do it.
Get the full Extreme Huntress experience from dangerous game to the biathlon with the app, available for Android and iPhone.
Century Arms has made the world's most reliable rifle better. We believe that anything can be made better when you throw the might of American manufacturing behind it. Our engineers, who formerly built America's warplanes, begin working on a new set of prints. Stronger materials, the best coating, modern engineering, tighter tolerances with parts designed from the ground up to work together the correct way. Welcome to the world of the American AK.
Tell me, why do you hunt?
I figured that's what was coming. I was born and raised hunting. My mom and dad, grandparents, everyone has hunted in my family since they were born.
Why do you hunt?
I'm an environmental engineer for habitat restoration, but I'm also the mother of a beautiful 5-year-old boy. And I'm a firm believer of getting your kids outside. The reason I hunt is because it's part of my childhood. It's the best memories I have.
Shannon, tell us why you hunt.
Why don't I hunt?
When I was a kid, getting out with my dad, waking up in a cold tent to see a fresh layer of snow, and just happy that my dad got up early enough to start the fire so I didn't have to get out of the sleeping bag. And this is the kind of childhood I want to raise my son with.
My parents had us at a young age, so they obviously didn't make too much money to where they were like, we can just go buy meat all the time. And so we lived off all of our game that we killed.
I had a roof over my head because of hunting growing up. I believe in the 4 C's. I believe in conservation, consumption, challenge, and children.
His dad never hunted, so it's really up to me to take him and have that be part of our heritage together.
Helping with like wildlife management, we're a part of like Ducks Unlimited, so like we're always helping.
It renews my spirit every time I step foot out in God's country. It teaches confidence, self-reliance, respect, humility. Those are the kind of memories that I want to bring to my son.
I believe conservation is huge. Hunters are the biggest conservationists of the world. We put more money into conservation than anybody else. My dad was an outfitter for grizzly bears. People were like, that's a trophy. They have no idea how many skulls we picked up that had huge canine holes in them from the big boars killing the juveniles and clearing out the population. We harvested those big boars. That was our contribution, maintaining the population of grizzly bears on the Central Coast.
My dad was really sick. He was in kidney failure, so I had to step up and help my brothers a lot, and it was just a big change. I was the one taking my brother on trips and showing him around the terrain and helping him.
So many challenges with being a hunter in the conservation world, but nobody understands how much money and ability that we have to make a difference in the world in conservation.
Last year I got to help a first-year 12-year-old shoot her first antelope, and I mean, best feeling of my entire life.
Consumption, I eat everything I kill. My freezer is so full, I need to go home and buy another one. I put food on the table for my family every single year. I share it with my friends, I bring it to work to people who have never tried wild game, and I tell them, try it, give it a try. It's awesome, it's healthy, it's lean, there's nothing better than wild game. The challenge, well, I think this has kind of told you what the challenge is all about. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't a hunter. I wouldn't have met all these people. I've met so many people internationally because I am a hunter. And being here and learning patience, that's huge. Patience and everything else that comes with hunting is something that you just don't get by sitting inside and doing nothing.
As representatives of what you are, extreme huntresses, ladies who hunt, who are to me the saviors as far as hunting is concerned.
We looked for preparation, we looked for the message, we looked for delivery, and overall, I think one of the major ones was passion. We wanted to feel your passion. I can't say enough, you guys all did well on this. It was a very difficult scoring process.
I'm going to interrupt there because I'm a very harsh scorer, and I can tell you something. If I didn't think you were absolutely fantastic, there'd have been some zeros and some 5s and 6s and 7s.
In the Weatherby Why We Hunt Speech Skills Challenge, obviously Shannon impressed the judges. Jessica Amos and Jean McFall were just behind. Extreme Huntress is brought to you by these proud supporters. Please support them. Next time on Extreme Huntress, Shannon and Jessica go after a trophy aoudad, and Taylor hits the trail as well. Who's got what it takes? Tune in and make sure to vote for your favorite Extreme Huntress at extremehuntress.com.